Good morning. So today I am going to attempt to fix this. So there's a little button, that little button there, that goes in here to stop the mirrors, like basically doing that type thing, sliding around. Okay. Anyway, it was broken. So I was trying to get it out, and I nearly got it out, and it cracked. Bosh. No good to man nor beast now. So anyway, what I've brought is a piece of acrylic, like 3mm acrylic. I'll put a link to that, or I'll put a thing up from Amazon. It cost me £10. It's obviously reflective on the other side. So what I'm going to try and do is mark this out and then cut this. Now I have had a go at doing this before, and the acrylic cracked. I think I've learned from my mistake, but I'm not sure, so we'll find out in a minute. So I've got to mark that as a template, mark it out, and I'm going to then score this and then crack it over the edge of my kitchen worktop. Right, let's see how it goes. You have to excuse the state of my kitchen. We're going on holiday tomorrow, and there is washing and rubbish everywhere. Alright, so I've marked it. Did it with a pencil because a pen wouldn't work. Now I've got to score these with a blade, and you do need to score it quite heavily. I did find this out the day before yesterday when I tried this initially. Score it quite heavily. Then I'm going to use obviously a straight edge. Then what I'm going to do is hold that across there as I snap it across the edge of the thing there. I've got like a little old Black & Decker workbench outside. I might even clamp that to the Black & Decker workbench and then try and snap it, because as I say, I've already cracked one of these a couple of times. Mainly cracked it when I was trying to drill the hole though, to be fair. So this one worked out okay, that I cracked it drilling the hole. So I'm going to drill a small hole this time in it and then just file it round for this button to go in. But I don't know, we'll see how that works. Let me just try and score this first of all and see how that goes. Alright, so I have decided to try and clamp it. So I'm going to push down on this bit and hopefully it will snap cleanly. I'll do two hands so I won't be able to video it, but there goes nothing. Alright, so that did work cleanly. So now I've just got to do the same with that bit, and that bit, and then drill that hole. So you see what I mean here? If you don't score it quite correctly, it's going to snap in the wrong place. Fortunately, I only need from there to there, so from there to there is scrap anyway. But this is what happens if you don't cut it square. Look, it just cuts under. You can see how reflective it is. It's better, it's clearer than the glass that come out. But that's what happens. So fortunately, I only needed a bit that wide. So just make sure you really score it heavily. Alright, so got to shade this. That was successful. So they have now the same size as those 12 bits. I've now just got to drill this bit out, which is what I had. And again, I had a problem with this yesterday or last time. So what I'm going to do this time is just drill a small hole there, small enough to get a file in. Maybe sort of make it slightly bigger with a drill. But I really don't want to go too mad with that, because if you hit this with the drill, it will just shatter or crack. So, and it is quite hard, it's acrylic. So I'm going to drill that small and just get progressively bigger with it. I'm going to take my time with it. Try not to crack it because it is still quite close to this edge. And then hopefully I'll be able to maybe just file. It's easy to file because it is plastic at the end of the day. And I'll just be able to make that bigger with a file. I've just got to get it so that that goes in there. Pretty much. hopefully that'll work. So you'll see this is the problem I'm having. Even just trying to drill a little hole in there, it's trying to crack. Well, it's not trying to crack, but it's trying to shatter around the edge. So I'm just going as slowly as possible with a drill, and then just trying to literally like using a drill as a saw almost to try and get that. I might be able to use a Dremel on that, my favourite thing, but unless it's going to heat it up and then potentially burr the edge. So I'm just going really painfully slow with a drill. So I don't know if you can see that. It's just trying, just on the edge there, it's just trying to shatter it. Oh, put it in the sunshine a bit. You can just see it's trying to shatter that. Get in the sun. So now what I'm going to do is just use a file, I think. And there you have it, one hole. And that will just pop through there. Like that. Obviously it's going to go from the other side where the reflective bit is. And I won't even probably need to, I might just put a bit of glue on the back of it. But anyway, that is done. So now all I've got to do is mount it in the washroom. And that's it, all back in. I think it fits okay actually. You just press that. This is now glued in. It was double-sided taped in before, but I've just used a bit of Gorilla Glue on there. So just need to let that settle, but that'll be fine. I did unfortunately just catch it on the other side, just on that corner. Just took the backing of the mirror off, but anyway, you'd have to be really, it's only a fraction. I don't think we're going to worry too much, but the rest of it fits fine. I think it doesn't look too bad at all, and they will slide. I'm not going to move it around too much at the moment whilst that's going off, but that should slide around okay. And then obviously this one was going like obviously backwards and forwards, and everything was falling out the cupboard. I will have to put something just on here because the original ones had like a little groove ground into them on the glass on the mirror, which I'm not going to be able to do. Because I just don't want to damage this any more than I need to. So I'll probably maybe just glue something on there just to be able to slide that backwards and forwards as much as I can. But to be fair, you only really want to put something very light in there anyway. So if you had to just touch the glass to move it across, it'd be fine. But that job is pretty much done.